Thanks for tuning into the Wind Up. And today we're going to try and pair a Vietnamese pork roll with wine. I'm Trent, and
I'm Jason, and we're two guys on a journey trying wine. We're unfiltered, we're unprofessional, and unapologetically
and
unprofessional.
unplanned as well, I think.
um, and so we're going to go through this journey trying to taste these two.
Yeah. And we have a slogan here that we have. So it's drink more, try more, and of course, learn more. So, first things first, we have our thought of the week. So for me, my thought was we live in a very fast-paced world, mobiles, cameras, social, TV, everything. And I think it's important for us to sometimes slow down and actually appreciate the finer things in life, be it wine, food, etc., and just learn to appreciate a lot more. For me, it's about memories. To me, it's about connections. For me, it's about friends and family. So, when I think about wine, I think about certain things such as, my grandpa who loves Big Bros and Reds, or my dad who likes Rieslings, or um, my friend who probably have a probably unforgettable moment with red wine and lamb shoulder being sprayed around a bathroom.
I know
Um,
that friend.
you know
Yes.
that friend.
Yep.
So I think it's very important to make sure we take the time, slow down, and really appreciate, be it wine, be it anything. Jace.
That's a very good thought of the week, and I kind of feel like I should have rethought about what I because mine isn't as deep. Okay, I can't beat that, but let's go with it. Look, I was thinking about breast milk. And that's why it wasn't as deep. I was thinking about frozen breast milk. We were in a chat group and we were going out one day, and a friend of ours said that frozen breast milk is a great hangover cure. And I didn't know this. So
So you tried.
I don't know where you can source frozen breast milk, but I looked it up on the internet. There was a moment in the Burning Man festival in 2017 where there was a woman who was apparently walking around giving free bottles of her breast milk.
I was there.
You were there, and did you have a hangover?
No.
Have you been to Burning
No,
Man?
I haven't.
I was going to say I haven't been to Burning Man, and keen to see what it was. But so the story apparently is that there were people there that felt a couple of ounces of breast milk would cure a hangover.
So do try some breast milk for a hangover cure and let us know. Comment below if it actually works or not.
Apparently, it doesn't work. Also, try it, and let us know if it does work. But apparently, it doesn't. Having looked at the research, some doctors are saying no, that's not the case. But there was another recommendation. I went back to this person and also said, okay, you were lying. That's not true. What else is there? And apparently, there's a good Korean drink, a hangover drink called Try Easy Tomorrow. And you can buy it on Amazon. I'm yet to try it, and I'm keen if anyone's actually tried that before. Apparently, it has some yeast, some Chinese fruit, orange peel, stuff like that. But that was my thought of the week.
Sounds good. Okay. Next is what have we been drinking? I'll start first. I have been drinking something similar to this one. Petaluma Hannon Hill, not 2015 but 2022. Got it at a bargain at Vintage Cellars. They're having two bottles of wine for $60. Normally I think it's about $38 or $40, so I think that's a bit of a bargain. Beautiful, crisp, citrus. Went beautifully with some Asian food that I cooked early in the week. Love it, love it, love it. Need to buy more. Nice. And you, Jace,
Yeah.
what have you been drinking?
I've had a couple of drinks trying to get a cure for the hangover. We had a few friends over and we were trying a few different bottles of wine. One of them was a 2010 St. Hugo Shiraz. Another one, a Bordeaux 2017 Chateau Port Madrak. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but we gave that a try.
I'll take that.
You'll take that. Yeah. And then we also had a 2019 Shiraz from Barossa. It was a Lou Miranda Golden Line Shiraz, and I've had the 2018. The 2018 is pretty good. Bought the 2019 and gave it a try, and it was the first time I've actually experienced a scent that someone described to me, which was wet cardboard. I've never
Wet
experienced it.
cardboard.
Have you smelt something that smells like wet cardboard before?
I'm not wet cardboard, but I know wet dog. But that normally means the wine's off. So.
Right. I wasn't getting a dog vibe. I was getting paper mache kind of. And I don't often smell wet dogs, but okay, that's interesting to know. So that's something I had, and to me, when it was being described as wet cardboard, I'm adding that to the dictionary of different flavors and scents and ways to describe it, because I've never heard that. And there you go. That kind of links to our logo. Drink more, try more, learn more. I learned a new descriptor here for the scent.
Awesome. Okay. Episode for today. It is pork roll, or as the Vietnamese call it, the banh mi, and trying to match it with a wine. So it's a bit left field, a bit thought provoking. Never really think about that kind of Vietnamese snack food, maybe banh mi, and trying to have it with wine. But I thought we'll try that. It's quite interesting, and I think it has a bit of a following around where's the best banh mi. Where do we get this one today?
Yeah, so this one today we got from a store in Cabramatta on Hughes Street. It was actually a recommendation from a good friend of ours. I've never tried it before, but he swears by this. And what he actually does is he asks for takeaway, so that all the ingredients are in boxes themselves, like mayo, pate, etc. Takes that home and prepares his own ratio. So it's a store in Hughes Street, and we'll put the address in the descriptors within the comments below. But it's something that's worth a try.
Yeah. Just for the people that don't know what a banh mi is, I did look this up to kind of properly describe it from one of my favorite websites for cooking, which is Recipe Tin Eat. Hi, Nagy, if you're watching. It's called a crusty bread roll smeared with pate, mayo, and a suspicious-looking Asian ham. Very important. Pickled vegetables, green onion, coriander or cilantro, with a mighty whack of fresh chilies and a drizzle of seasoning. It tastes like a rich ham sandwich with a hint of Asian freshness. So I think that describes it quite well.
Anything with a whack is described very well. Maggie, I didn't know you were close to that. Okay. And I think the thing to note is there's quite a few different variations of the banh mi. And as we've gone through and tried a few, you could get the regular original banh mi, which has all of the hams and sliced meats and so forth. You could get the meatballs, which was my preferred one to go to. There's also Nam Nung banh mi, which we talked about in previous episodes, and then a pork crackling banh mi.
Yeah.
So lots of variety, but this one here we're focusing on the original and the best.
The OG.
The OG, to see what best pairs with that.
Okay. So when I think pork roll, I think, again, the pate, the ham, quite rich, but then it cuts through with the pickles, the chilies, and also obviously the crusty bread as well. So for me, I felt like I need something as a white, refreshing to go with it.
Yes.
And today I thought we'll try something a bit more left field. Generally, I would think Riesling, but this was in my wine fridge, the Marc Bredif Vouvray 2021. Again, I got it at Vintage Cellars for about, I think, $35. This is from the Loire Valley, kind of central France, a bit west of Paris. The grape is Chenin Blanc, which is prevalent within the Loire Valley and also in South Africa as well. Key characteristics, they kind of talked around baked apple, whether we'll get that. And also this one is a drier version of it, which should have a good hit of acid as well. So I thought the acid with kind of pairing with the pickles and cutting through the fattiness of the pate and the pork, but it has a bit of roundness to it as well to really go well with that kind of, again, the richness and a bit more full-bodied. So we'll see how we go, but any thoughts from your side?
No, I'm keen to try it. I've never actually had a Vouvray before. So I'm keen to understand the differences, but I can see that something with high acid would help cut through that pate, which is really delicious here. So we're going to go through this, and we'll go through our process of rating. And here at the Wind Up, we talk about drinking with your eyes, your nose, and your mouth, as Trent does the actions, which is very good. So I want everyone understands that. And so that's what we'll be starting off with. We've got a glass here that we'll start off and try and describe with our eyes.
So What color do you think? Golden hue. I don't know whether it's right for me though, because I am colorblind. So
That's a bit of a challenge for the podcast, but we'll try. I'll try and help you out here, and probably on a white item here. I mean, for me, when I'm looking around, and maybe this is what the hue is. The center is actually quite clear,
Yeah.
so it's almost water. But when you look at around the outer edges, the outer edges is where that gold. That golden shine comes through, and it's pretty pale yellow, maybe a touch of green, a slight touch of green, but the middle is very clear.
Yeah, definitely lighter in color. On the eyes, it looks quite clean, quite crisp as well. Now, let's smell it. Green apple. Not so much pink apple. You can smell the acid.
You can smell the acid. How do you describe the smell of acid? That's
I don't know.
something different. Like it's hurting your nose a bit. Is that what?
No, I think when I think acid, I think citrus.
Okay, got it.
It has a good, for me, it has a good kind of aroma to it.
Yep.
It's very inviting.
It is warm and inviting. It's interesting for me because I smell cheese, and I don't know if that's a common descriptor for this, but that's the smell that comes through. Is there anything like that? Is that not a thing?
I smelled a bit too much. Went to my nose.
That's also something to avoid. So we want to teach everyone here the do's and don'ts of sniffing, and that's a good example of a don't. But yeah, the strong cheese smell for me is coming out. But definitely when I'm thinking apple, it's kind of like the apple that's been stewed a bit.
Apple pie, but not so much apple pie, I think.
Yeah,
halfway stewed.
Not like a green crisp apple. It's kind of been cooked a bit. Is what I can smell.
It's like it smells sweet as well. I can really smell it since it's really up my nose.
That could be another way to do the test here. Like actually put it in the nose. Okay. So that's a view on eyes. We've talked about the nose. Shall we try with the mouth? Give it a swirl. Make sure there's a good bite in there.
I think you said it tastes a bit like Chardonnay, but not Chardonnay. You say a bit of that kind of, I don't know. It's not oak, because I don't think they use much oak in it.
Right.
Stand to be corrected. But
what is that descriptor? Because it gives me Chardonnay vibes. Yeah, there's no oak in there.
But a bit more fresher than Chardonnay, though.
Yeah.
Chardonnay is a bit more round, a bit more bold, a bit more heavier. This is a bit more lighter, a bit more fresher.
Definitely on the finish, it feels fresher. I'll tell you what I feel is the moment it hits my mouth, there's a real sensation around the middle of my tongue. It's not around the tip. It's not around the back. It's very specific there.
It's very welcoming. But again, back to why we're doing this episode. We have the pork roll. It's been sitting there. It's inviting us to try it with this wine as well. Wine by itself, I think it's pretty good. We'll give ratings later, but let's try it now.
It is a nice wine. So if you want to do the honors of this one, okay. I'll try this one.
Here you go.
Let's not finish. Hopefully all the viewers can hear that crunch. Should have got a napkin. Would be a good idea.
Yeah, and apologies for hearing us eat in the microphone as well.
But that pork roll, I think, great recommendation from our good friend, because that's delicious. And the first thing that I taste is actually the pate.
Pate, yeah.
The richness and the fattiness of the pate. It's got a nice coarse grind to it, so you can feel the texture. And then the onions really come out. What about you?
Pate is key. Mayo is key as well. I like that savouriness. Hint of that kind of soy sauce mixture comes through, but then again the pickles come through. And now let's try it with the wine.
Yeah, I think they definitely work well together. It cuts through the fatness of the pate and the butter and the mayo, but also it changes the flavor profile to be. For me, I get a lot more fruits coming through, which is a bit of a contrast, but also complementary to the flavors I'm getting there.
Well, sometimes say there's two ways of pairing. One is same or completely opposite.
Right.
For this one, I feel it's kind of same because it's a bit again fresh with the acid, a bit rounded. It kind of matches towards the pork roll.
Because the pork roll has the pickles, it has it has the cucumber, the carrots in there to kind of give it that freshness. Yeah.
No, so I think it's a good match. So I think this is a winner. And I don't know whether you can get Vouvray quite easily. But again, Vintage Cellars is where I got it from. Try it. I think it works. I don't know whether I'll be having wine each time I go to Cabramatta and getting a banh mi, but I think for this instance it might work.
Normally, but if anyone was curious about what to pair with it, give it a crack with a Vouvray and see how we go there.
Yeah, people might be looking at weird. The normal pairing for the pork roll is the fruit shake or the sugar cane drink.
Yes.
Yeah, but we're turning it up a bit, making it a bit more high end.
We just want to give you all options. That's what we're looking for. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Shall we? Did you want to discuss anything around complexity or the balance?
Yeah,
the length?
Let's talk about balance. I feel it's very well balanced in itself. Not too sweet, not too much acid. I think the structure of it's quite good as well. Very linear, very easy to drink. Not much complexity, but I think that also works quite well with the simple ingredients in the pork roll. Length, I think it's not one of those kind of big, long-lasting kind of wines. I think it does its job.
Yeah.
Drink now, really easy. Intensity, it's not in your face. I think it's kind of like, again, matches the same level as the banh mi. It's not big. It's medium, just right in terms of the pairing there, and the complexity, again, simple wine. So I think we're not going too crazy here. I think
something to enjoy.
Something to enjoy. Drink now, very easy. Maybe a bit pricey because it's French and you have all the import taxes, but in this occasion I thought I'd try something different and it just works well, I think.
And that's what's important. Try something new, expand of the existing horizons. It kind of links to what our motto is all about. To me, I think balance is the right word because there's nothing, when I think about balance, if I'm not pulling an odd face here and there, like something's too hot. Also, you've seen it in previous episodes, but if something's too acidic or there's an odd flavor there, I'd be pulling a face. But this kind of it fits quite well.
But I have the big question for you.
Yes.
How many corkscrews do you rate it?
Yes. So for me, if I was to give this a rating, it'd be a 7 out of 10 corkscrews. It's nice. It's pleasant. It's well balanced. It works with the pork roll. It's not the wine that I'm craving and I want to put on my top 10 list or anything like that, but it's enjoyable.
Does your rating differ between having it by itself versus having it with the pork roll?
The rating would remain the same. On its own, it's still a nice drink.
Yeah. For me, I think I'm same. 7 out of 10. Solid wine. Not amazing, but no, I think it does its job as I say. So yeah, I think good pick.
Well done. Well done on the pairing. It works well with the pork rolls. And so if we think about the wind up and wrapping this up, do you have a last few sentences you want to say?
Again, try something different. I think the safe choices would have been the Rieslings, again, citrus, green apple, that kind of comes through, bright, fresh. It'll go to the pork roll. I think that does well. I think it's definitely going to be a white wine. What might have been interesting is maybe trying a red wine with a pork roll, like a lighter, fresher, ziggier, like a Yarra Pinot or something like that. That would be quite interesting. But again, next time.
All right.
Closing comments.
I think there's a lot of options that could go there. Just like the pork rolls, there's a lot of variety and a lot of different locations. Let us know in the comments below if there's a recommended pairing that you think should be going with the pork roll, and we can share that with the community. But apart from that, thank you for listening to the Wind Up podcast. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Drink more, try more, and learn more. And from Jason and Trent, we'll say goodbye. Thanks all.
Thank you.